What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games. Got something a little special for you. I might be the only person that has this, I honestly don't know. But today we're going to be diving back into a title called Mech Havoc. If you've never seen Mech Havoc before, I was instantaneously a fan of this game from the moment that I played the first demo. We covered it when it released in early access on Steam. I had a number of suggestions, which apparently, I guess the developer really took to heart because he's released a new build, the first major early access update that essentially assuages every single one of those things that I brought up. So today we're going to be diving on in, playing the game for about 30 minutes and seeing if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list, or if it's one of those games you'd rather not play for yourself, that's perfectly fine. But you guys know me, I've been a lifelong MechWarrior fan. Ever since MechWarrior 2, it was included with a computer that my buddy got when we were kids, and so I would go over to his house all the time and play MechWarrior 2 at his house. It was one of my favorite things. If after watching this, you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. You can check it out there. On top of that, you can also take a look down there for a bunch of other saucy Nerd Castle links that are looking extra bubbly and spicy. But let's go ahead and we'll continue a game here. Luckily, the build that they sent over has a large amount of things unlocked. So we're going to be playing around with a lot of new content here today. But let's throw her into a mission real fast so that you can get a feel of what the game is. Once we've done that, we'll come back out and we'll talk about some of the interconnecting systems. So for right now, oh, it didn't save my loadout. All right, so we're going to have to play around with this. I want the, oh, it did save my loadout. Never mind, it just defaulted to a different mech, but the mech that I was playing with, the Wash Tech, which is obviously a Timberwolf from MechWarrior. It's got that look to it. We've got lots of heavy mechs, we've got drones, we've got artillery strikes, we've got all kinds of things to play around with, but let's do a mission first, then we'll get into the nitty-gritty after you get to see all the action unfold and talk about all the customization and things that you can do inside this brand new build of a fantastic game. Let's launch her off. Okay, so in this mission, top left-hand corner, we have two objectives that are our main objectives. We need to knock out radars, and we need to destroy some surface-to-air missile sites. From there, we also have optional things that we can do, like destroying cargo and destroying ships. The reason why we would want to do that is actually at the top of the screen bearing right. There's going to be a number of tickers up there that you'll see working along. So on the left, you've got scrap in gray. It's right there. Oh, I'm being shot at. Never mind. Let's put a few rounds on it. You know what? Eat some missiles, bro. Can you relax right now? I'm trying to talk to my audience. I'm not trying to be a mech pilot at the moment. I'm trying to dispense death while explaining mechanics. Thank you. Do you want your game to sell or do you not want it to sell? All right. Apparently that mech was not on board with what we're trying to do here today. This right here, we've got scrap. We've got plasteel. I forget the name of the red thing, but it's a rare resource. And then we've got computronium. These are 4 different resources. We acquire these by destroying stuff on the battle map and defeating different mechs of different weight classes. And then we take them on out with us. If we die, we do get to keep some of the stuff that we farmed up, but really you get very, very large bonuses in this game to the things that you get out of the mission if you survive. So almost a little bit of an extraction bent there. I hesitate to say it because sometimes when I say things here on video, people be like, Splattercat said that it's an extraction game, and I'm like, no, it isn't. You've got like missions and stuff you've got to do, and you get multipliers to the goodies that you bring on out if you get them out, but that's about as far as the comparison is going to go. Controls in this game, very, very simple. WASD is going to allow you to move around. Bottom left-hand corner, you can see that we've got ourselves Helldivers style supplements that we can call in. So I can call in mortar barrages, I can call in a howitzer barrage, I can deploy static MG turrets from orbit, and then I've got a shadow drone, but I forget what the shadow drone does. Like, I don't remember what the shadow drone actually does for me. It looks like he fires a gun at things, which makes him the best kind of drone. The type of drone that kills my enemies. We also have a radar up in the top right-hand corner. Bottom right-hand corner, you can actually see my loadout and all of the things that I have equipped. Right now, we're piloting what is a missile boat. And so in this game, there's actually not just mechs. There's tanks, there's actually light infantry vehicles and stuff like that that you can tack out in order to go into missions. We are, unfortunately, reloading our machine guns right now, so I've just got to give him some missiles to think about. There we go. We've got his shield down on that right side, or at least right with his facing. Let's put a little bit more ammo on the enemy. In the bottom right-hand corner, you can see my loadout. Right now, I've got 20mm machine guns. Well, I guess it's an autocannon, but it's an autocannon that performs like a machine gun, which is why I like it. I'm a big machine gun fan in anything MechWarrior related. With this patch, they did add a ton more equipment, which I'll introduce you to in just a second. Unfortunately, because my swarm are missiles, they deploy in kind of like an arc. Its weakness is little gateways like this right there, and you can see why. It's very hard to thread the needle with that particular weapon. We're almost out of ammo for one of our guns, so we're going to have to go into evasive mode. This mech is quite a bit slower than some of the other mechs because it's a heavy weapons platform. This is actually an artillery mech that's meant to shut down very, very heavy OPFOR, whereas what we're going up against right now is kind of light and medium mechs, and so they are going to run up on us pretty aggressively. They're going to have us outmaneuvered, they're going to have us outsped, but we have them severely outgunned. Here's some of our objectives over on this side. That's one of the SAM sites. Those right there are going to be cargo pods. We do have a few more enemies coming on in to reinforce. Let's get rid of that other SAM site on that side. Oh, that was a radar installation. Kind of a waste of a missile launcher. Oh, they're up behind me too. Okay. A little bit nerve-wracking because I'm out of ammo right now. Environments in this game are fully destructible, so if you see these walls right here and you shoot them enough, they will fall down, they will get holes blown in them. In fact, they've got voxel physics, so you'll notice in just a minute, once I get done with this gunfight over here, there we go. If I blow that tank up, the walls go down, but if I sit here and just fire at it, you can kind of see my bullets carving through it. That's because all of the walls and the destructible materials in this game are voxels for all intents and purposes. We do have somebody coming through the back bay right here. We're already up to 108 scrap for this run. Good. Reload's all nice and taken care of. If you do want to reload manually, you are allowed to do that by hitting the R key. Just in case you don't have a lot of enemies around, I will take the time to do that right now. Unfortunately, with these little speedy mechs, they can run up on you a little bit faster than you're ready to deal with, and so we'll just give them the missiles. The downside to the R-Swarm missiles that I have right now is that it dumps the entire payload when I click the mouse once, and so unfortunately there's no way for me to release like 4 missiles and then wait and see if it kills the enemy, then release a few more. We kind of got to dump the entire pack all at once, but that's how I like to live my life, dude. We give them the entire magazine every single time. If an entire magazine from me is not enough to lay the enemy low, then unfortunately I just did not equip the right weapons. We still have a few more objectives over on this side. I'm going to try to thread a couple bullets around right there. However, we are leading ourselves into a pincer type situation that we'll want to avoid, so we're going to take a little bit of a scuffing to our HP. We don't have any armor on this mech right now because it's just not that kind of mech, but I will call in a barrage right there to sort of give them something to think about while I deal with the flanking forces on opposite sides of me. But we are taking a decent amount of damage right now. As soon as that's done, I'm trying to lead them back into the field of fire, actually. Also going to put down a missile turret right there, or I think a machine gun turret is what I have equipped right now. Hopefully the machine gun turret will distract some of those dudes up there. We'll also call in another howitzer strike. That way they're taking a little bit of oomph over on this side. I don't want to fire my missiles past my turret because I don't want to destroy it, but we may have to. Oh good, we don't have friendly fire on right now. That's fantastic. Good stuff. We are completely and totally unarmed, so little turret, I'm going to need you to defend me for about 2 seconds longer, and then we're going to push out and see if we can find our way to a few more objectives. We've got a SAM site on this side, or a radar dish, I think, on this side that we're going to need to destroy. You can zoom in the camera if you want. There is actually a lot of fine detail on all of these vehicles, and the weapons that you equip on them, they are different. So one missile pack will look a little bit distinct from another one as you play through the game. I think I can thread that gap right there with my guided missiles. That thing is a generator. They typically control something, like a gate or like a turret or something else like that that'll deactivate when you hit it. Let's go ahead and pop a squad inside of here. We're going to camp for just a second, wait for these guys to get themselves into a really good firing position, and then we're going to let them have it right there. Good stuff. We actually managed to arc a few around the corner too, which is very nice. Perfect. You do have entire control in this game of your firing groups. So right now I have my machine guns on my left click, I have my missiles on my right click. You can also subdivide those out so that if you hit the Q key, you're actually swapping in between weapon group assignments of 1 and 2. That way you can have up to 4 different weapons equipped and you can have them in different groupings with one another. There's lots of customizability here to play around with. Let's get them right there, and then we will launch some missiles. That was a fairly ineffective shot, unfortunately. But now that we're reloaded, I can get precise. So down goes another radar, and then on this side, it looks like we've got our final SAM site, and once that happens, you're going to get a gold tag on the map that's going to let you know where you can extract from. They'll send in the Air Force to come pick us up, and then we'll just have the scenic ride home. You know, I'm hoping that, like, the condiments are a little bit better this time. Lately, on my military flights into and out of op zones, Unfortunately, I found the crackers, the chips, the sodas, they've been flat. They've been really phoning it in the wake of like budget cuts lately. So hopefully they've got that squared away because I'm feeling very snackish right now after all this murder that we've wreaked. But who can tell until we get down there. Lil Mech, I don't think you're gonna be able, well, he did hit me with one little black eye before I left. Okay. I'm sure the engineers, when we get back to the hangar bay, will be thinking about you as they buff that little scorch mark out. But we've got our flares up. Let's get the hell out of here, and we'll see what kind of good stuff we've got. So at the end of your extraction, it's going to let you know what you got from killing enemies, looting enemies, destroying objectives, and then you're going to get a 20% increase on whatever you brought out based on the fact that you succeeded at the mission. It does look like we got a little bit of stuff out here, so let's dive into the nitty-gritty and play around with some of the new things that the game has for us. So aside from the strategic map, which has all kinds of missions on it, there's a bunch of new missions on here inside this build that you guys will be seeing pretty shortly. We also have a tech tree, which has also been expanded. There's a bunch of stuff in here with the build that they sent me. A lot of it was unlocked, but a lot of it was not unlocked, which means that we now have an opportunity to unlock thingies. I do have the Conqueror over here. I'm going to need a little bit more plasteel before we can get that taken care of, but one interesting thing that they've added to the game is, you'll recall the last time that I checked this game out, you know, the developer emailed me and he was like, what kind of things as a mech fan would you like to see added to this game? When I answered that email, I was like, you know, if you've ever played like Mech Warrior 5, everything that's in YAML. When it comes to mech games, mech game players, we're very tinkery. We like to fiddle with stuff. We like to customize things. Well, that customization has now been added in the form of modules. So various weapons and various vehicle platforms inside this game now have modules that you can unlock. These modules are both shared, so some of them are specific to the mech itself, and they're just like a flat upgrade, and then others of them, when you unlock them, are actually shared between different chassis, so that you get sort of this cross-pollination of customization that you have in between vehicles that also rewards you for unlocking things earlier up in the tree, so that you don't just make a beeline for the stuff you want. Once you get done making that beeline, you start looking around and being like, oh, so this upgrade over here affects this, and this upgrade over here affects this. Okay, I like that sort of spider web thing that they've done here. And then once we get down to engineering over on this side, you'll be able to take a look at the stats, the tech, and all the other goodies that you can have on these little mechs. So this is really just kind of like a journal over here, but you can unlock things over on this side if you want to. So for example, we could increase our radar detection range when we're playing around with the HEV, the L1A1. Over on this side, we've got the Observer. So apparently this makes our Helldivers style airstrikes and stuff of that nature come in a little bit faster. So some of these vehicles are predisposed to these sorts of upgrades. We've also got an auto loader over on this side, which looks like it's for the L1A1. Maybe we'll try to run that. I don't know if I want to run the L1A1 though. I want to play around with something new. I want to run a laser boat because I think I just unlocked a beam laser over here that was looking like a lot of fun too. I will unlock the Hunter-Seeker drones because that just seems sick as hell. I like the idea of having autonomous drones that just run down my enemies and take them out for me while I'm doing other stuff. I also have not unlocked the Lancer over on this side. It's compact while still maintaining the ability to carry a Pelum. And it looks like it's main, so it's got a main hardpoint over here, a large hardpoint that's got a 25% reload speed buff. However, this is a very small mech right here. Like, this guy's gonna get squished instantly if he comes up against anything stiff and actually doesn't manage to evade. And so there's little strategies that go into a lot of the vehicles in this game too. So let's do another mission over here and kind of see what we can pull off. We've got the Barbican. We've also got an enemy fob that we're trying to establish a fob for ourselves by busting through the enemy blockade. Let's give that a try. I'd like to find something in here that actually has experimental slots. So give me like, do I have like a beam or anything around here I can play around with? So if we go with the HEV, I think we can mount these beams, and that sounds rad as hell. So, like, let's get double beams over here. It looks like it's got a magazine size of 100, so it will need to reload from time to time. And then in the central area, it looks like we've got a larger ballistic cannon that we can put on here, too. Although it looks like we're kind of limited to smaller arms fire. We are quite a bit, well, we're not that maneuverable. We could be more maneuverable in all honesty. It's only slightly faster than our last mech, but let's throw in heavy machine guns over here. And then I think the way that I would like this to happen is I would like to have, so let's look at our hard points real quick. I would like to have heavy machine gun there heavy machine gun there. So while these are reloading, I can swap to the other one, and we can kind of let them have it. On this side, I would also like to have the Hunter Seekers ×3. I'd like to have a mortar barrage. I think that I'd like to have a static heavy machine gun turret in there. And then since we're already running a lot of drones, maybe can I do the machine gun twice? No, I can't. Okay, we'll get a laser turret up in there because I think that having lots of summonables, since we're quite a bit squishier and we're not as fast as we could be, would be a good idea. But one of the things that they've ponied up on inside this build is subsystems. So subsystems is a new menu inside the game where you can customize your mech in exchange for like your weight capacity. So if I go to body over here on this side, I can add more plating. I can look at the chassis. So I can take it so I lose 10% of my health right there, but I gain a bunch of weight that I can play around with that will then make me plus 10 faster, or I can utilize that extra weight in order to make myself a little bit more nasty. So we've got improvised armor over here. We've also got plasteel plating. I'm going to take the plasteel plating because that still gives us a bonus of +3 or +4 to our speed, while at the same time giving us more of a return, because armor is basically the exact same thing as health in this game. I don't know the difference between the two, but we get 90, so that's going to give us a little bit more HP than we started out with, while at the same time making us faster and also making it so that we've got extra HP to play around with. Let's launch the mission. I don't know how this is going to go. We may actually get wiped and obliterated, but we are speedy compared to our last mech. So off to the right, it looks like there's some turrets and things that I need to take down. It also wants me to perform an escort. That might get a little bit hairy, but these new additions over here, I like these new mission objectives that they've added to the game. Oh, dude, it's like a little dog bot. It's got leggies. Can we make it chase a stick? Does it like tennis balls? I like to anthropomorphize my giant machines of death and logistics. That's just me personally. I don't know if you get down on that, but I think it's kind of adorable. It's also got a really big goddamn gun on the front of it. Oh, okay. All right, I see you. So we've got like the death laser right now. Our laser goes shoom and wipes them out. I like, oh, that's a big bullet though. What is that over there? Oh, it's the turret? Okay, let's see if we can bring this thing down. Give me Hunter Seekers on that location. Give him something to think about. Oh, never mind. We got him. Put a few machine gun rounds on him. Oh, the laser recharges hella fast. Okay, I can tell me and this gun are going to have a beautiful relationship together. Me and this gun are going to get along. Oh, that's a big mech though. Ow, it hurts so much. Hunter killers, get him. Mortar barrage that whole area. There we go. Put him to sleep. We'll destroy some of that extra stuff over there, too. I don't want to blow up my own vehicle. Mortar strike, stop! Mortar strike, no! Cease and desist! Oh, I've made a terrible decision. Okay, I think we survived it. Oh, they're putting fire on my boy over here. They're putting fire on my boy. We got to put some fire back on him. Give me a static laser turret over there to help out with this situation. Oh, that's a big-ass gun, bro. Okay, so that gun's not trying to play right now. I'll pick off some of the smaller ones because I think his big gun should be able to handle the rest. We'll weapon swap. Good stuff. All right, let's keep trucking. The good news is battle damage in this game is visual, so if our vehicle was damaged over here, you would absolutely know it. With the precision of our laser, I should be able to snake his cockpit right in between all of that. Good stuff. Shields are useless against me. My armor is down right now, though. It's hanging in ribbony bits, unfortunately. The good news is we're so mobile and maneuverable that I'm not really that worried about getting hit that much more. I think if we just play this like a little bit of a bullet hell, we should be all right. Drop off an advanced turret over there, and when the Hunter Seekers are back up, oh, they've got like a little bodysuit over here. This game does have a very large variety of enemies that you're going to be going up against. Everything from infantry to enemy APCs, to hover vehicles, to tanks, to other mechs, to walkers, you name it. This game kind of has it all. Let's swap weapon groups real fast. Oh, he's taking a lot of fire right now. Okay, yep, we got a lot of enemies putting a lot of scow on us right now. I'm going to wheel around this guy, hit him in some of his fleshy bits. Come on. Come on. Oh, I can fire everything all at once. In Mech Warrior, this would be a big no-no because you would overheat. Oh, my APC's dead. unfortunate. In the top right-hand corner, you can see kind of an action list that's letting you know all of these vehicles. Oh, I had to protect the whole thing? Nah, dude, run that back, run that back, run that back. I didn't realize that my weapon groups were set up the way that they are. I thought I was still weapon hot swapping. We're good here. All right, Dogbot, let's give this another run. I believe in you, Dogbot 5000. I've upgraded him from his previous designation because he died for the cause. You know what I mean? We got to give him something for robotic martyrdom out here. If there's no reward to martyrdom, what's the point? I am going to try... Oh, cheeky missile right there, right when I came around the corner. Oh, God. Okay, yep, hated it. Turret's taken care of. Reload everything. I'm sort of okay with leaving Dogbot slightly behind. It looks like he stops moving if we get too far away from him, and I don't want to draw him into situations in which Dogbot gets murdered. It makes me feel sentimental, it makes me feel sad, and it makes me feel upset, and I hate it. Over on this side, what do we have going on here? Got him. Yeah, peek that corner. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. Let's put down turrets over here. Come what may. Dogbot, you got to stay with me, man. You got to stay with me here. Stay with me. Stay alive, little buddy. Oh, they firing the big lasers over on this side. These guys right here need to go. So his shield is down. The big robot right there, though, he needs to get blastinated. I'm going to give us a little bit of air cover right there, and then I'm going to go back and get Dogbot while the air cover shreds through him. Oh, catching strays right now. But I do very much like the fact that bullets in this game and missiles in this game, they have a physical presence in the game world. Like, they don't just go away after they miss. They are still there. Is he still up? Wow, you guys didn't take him down at all. Turrets, what are you doing right now? I'm going to destroy these so that I can get some bonus loot. There we go. I do so enjoy my looting. Dogbot, you keeping up with me right now? How them ankles holding out, Dogbot? Come on. Let's go. Let's hoof it. I got a Scooby snack for you when we get back to the fob. We got more large caliber fire coming from this direction. Looks like rockets. Okay. Zoom out for me. Oh, yeah. Okay. Our viewpoint's a little bit better right now. Laser them down. God, I love how accurate the lasers are, dude. Very, very helpful that they're so accurate and I can hit from so far away. I'm going to push ahead a little bit. That's fine, Dogbot. You stay back there. I'm going to go clear a couple threats while we wait. Give me the Hunter Seekers over on that side. I'm going to clear out an engagement area for them. I don't know that they survived the landing, unfortunately. I think they got summarily and instantly executed. That's not great. I would have liked my Hunter Killers to actually accomplish something, but alas and alack, that was not our lot. Laser right up the center on him, and we should have a clear landing zone for Dogbot now. Let's go get him. Dogbot, come here, little buddy. Okay, a few more enemies coming to take Dogbot out. Now that he's advancing, I'm going to give him a little bit more space so that I can cut off his actual escort protocol when I need to. I think it's about the edge of the screen. Like, it should be, like, right there. Yeah, that's exactly where it's at. But if you notice, he has inertia. He doesn't stop on a dime. That's also a really nice detail that I think would escape a lot of people looking at this game, is that vehicles have weight to them. I'm going to need those lasers reloaded before those little suicide bots get here. Yeah, that would be great. Do I have anything else I can deploy? I do not want Dogbot to get hit by that. Ow, I got hit by the giant launcher. I don't know which I prefer. Drop the turrets over there. Get them ready to make a beachhead. Turrets are kind of disposable. I'm going to throw a mortar strike in their back lines, though, just to put out a little bit of chaos and mayhem, because I do not know what's coming. Those lasers back online, good stuff. I would like to destroy some of these. Oh, there's so many, dude. Okay, Dogbot, it's you and me. We actually got to throw down and scrum here. I'm going to need your backup. Oh, okay. At least they fired the rockets at me and not Dogbot. Let's clear out these little dudes because they're firing like cluster munitions. That's right, this game has all kinds of war crimes in it. Like, if you're looking for a game that has serious girth when it comes to the war crimes that this game is willing to commit, I've got good news for you. This right here, this is a game with some serious war crimes up inside of it. I do not want to get hit by this, otherwise I think I'm going to die instantly. The good news is I walk faster than it rotates, so we should be all right. Dogbot, let's hustle it up, dude. We finally made it through. I'm I'm gonna blow up some more I'm gonna blow up some more stuff for fun though, just because it entertains me. I can't leave a red explosive barrel anywhere on a map. It goes against my religion. Dogbot's all nice and tucked in right now, ready for some serious blanky time. And let's get the hell on out of here. We got more missions to accomplish. Exit! And did you know that we have plasma launchers unlocked? I kind of want to play as the spider bot. Maybe I'll give that a try. It can have a medium weapon on it. Is the plasma thrower a medium weapon, or is that like a big beefy boy weapon? It's a medium weapon? Oh, we might have to make a plasma launcher spider. Okay, plasma launcher spider it is. Let's go back to Fortress Pass, and we've got the crossing. All right, let's do the crossing. Spider Mech, where you at right now? The Arachne. Yeah, it's got beams already mounted. I don't want the beams. I want the plasma launcher. Plasma repeaters. Yeah, that sounds nice. Let's get some plasma repeaters. And then for this rack right here, we've got a plasma grenade launcher, or we can get scatter lasers. Actually, I kind of like the large focus lasers. Let's get those. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it too much. Let's get the focus lasers on 2. We'll get the repeaters on 1, and then we'll just send it. What modules can I put on this thing? This thing's pretty slow, so we might be better served. Do we have any weapon systems for it? What unlocks do I have for this thing? Hold on. Where's the Arachne at? The Arachne does not have any modules in this build. Okay, that's all that I wanted to check for. I just wanted to see if it was available. That way maybe I could do something out here. I could unlock the Lancer too, but like, ooh, I can afford the Rex? Oh, dude. Should we run the Rex? We'll run the Spider. We'll run the Spider, and then maybe while I do my closing thoughts, we'll run the Rex. Maybe that's what we'll do. Oh, yeah, dude, it's hot and spicy plasma time. Okay, that's pretty satisfying. I like it. I do wish that I could set up the firing timings on my different keys too. That way you could make it so that like on your 1 keys, oh, I need more range. Hold on. Oh, plasma eating them though. Yeah, they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't want it. Lasers! All right, reload everything. Let's get down here, and let's just kind of see what objectives are waiting for us. I do like how you can see my plasma launchers. They're like cooking off emissions right now. It's pretty sick, man. Does plasma eat through buildings? No, it does not. Okay, well then, let's destroy some Oh, we've got contact. Just put everything down range, man. With the laser cannons, I feel like we're kind of hitting like randomly on the opening. It looks like they focus the longer they fire, which explains why they're called focus lasers. Oh, don't do that. Now you've made me upset. Don't do that. Oh, we got a big mech down there. Okay, put some plasma on him. Okay. And this one little lone infantry guy down here just left behind after his major fire support left. I don't know what the blue thing is right there. What is the blue thing over on this side? Hey, don't shoot my mech with small arms fire. This paint job is custom. I just had this wrap finished off. Looks like we've got materials right there, and we've got to continue advancing through the rest of the level. Open fire. Good stuff. All right, leave them laid low. Perfect. I do have a lot of little self-destruct bots coming at me right now. That worries me. Take those out real fast. They're called snap mites, but like they can be a big problem if they actually manage to close the gap with you. Would you like a face full of the plasma? I will give you the face full of the plasma if you desire it. Hey, you can get a face full of plasma too. All of you can get it. Everybody can get it out here. I am strapped with automatic weapons, and I am ready to do this dirt McGirt. There we go. Down they go. We've got to kill like 50 more guys before we can get out of here. But with the main objectives, it looks like it'd be a good idea to knock out some of their ordnance. I'm glad we took the extra movement speed. It's actually being kind of integral right now in dodging some of these rocket packs that the enemy's putting in my direction. Good stuff. All right, let's get in here and destroy everything real fast. We do have another big walker right there, but I don't think he's going to be that big of a problem. There we go. Eat his little shields off. Perfect. Keep on firing, keep on strafing, and keep giving the enemy death. I do like the sort of Red Faction style of world destruction in this game, too. It's very exciting to interact with. We've got the range advantage over here. Let's go ahead and put down turrets on that side so that we can't get flanked. I would like to thoroughly control this area, and it did not escape my notice that we have like a very large pack of enemies coming from behind. Looks like they're doing an okay job on this side. If I can whittle off some of his missile packs just to help out. There we go. Give him a little bit less firepower. Wipe out the gens. Good stuff. Got him. Do I have anything on the left-hand side that I need to deal with? Doesn't look like it. Armor's doing okay. There is no way that I've seen so far in order to fix up your mech while you're actually inside of a mission, so we need to be careful about the way that we get ourselves injured here. We do have resources on this side. I'll pick those up very rapidly while the turrets do the rest of the work. I love the actual blue plasma that just hangs on stuff after you shoot it, too. Very satisfying. All right, down goes that crate, and then it looks like we've only got a couple things left to do over on this side. Let's put in a mortar barrage right there because they're going to have to thread the needle on that side. Give me the hunter killers. We'll have them just follow us around for a little bit. Perfect. Whoa, hunter killers hit hard. Okay, they weren't kidding when they named those things. Man, that guy's got a chin on him. I put a bunch of rounds on that thing, and it still refused to die. We got one big mech down here that needs to be seen to. And the last thing we really want is to get trapped down in this area. It actually looks like the plasma launchers are omnidirectional. Okay. Plasma launcher's all good right there. We're at about half health. We're going to want to space him out because I don't think he has the range to actually hit us this far out. He was smart enough to advance behind a wall, though. Can I thread that gap right there? Good. All right, we're done with the mission, and now we can move on to closing thoughts. And the closing thoughts are that I don't really have any. This is ridiculously awesome. It's a power fantasy mech building game with an absurd amount of fun toys to play around with. Everything from cluster munitions to automatic back-mounted turrets and autocannons to death beams. I mean, the game has all kinds of fun things. Like, you'll run through missions a second or third time just to play around with new loadouts, and thus you will accumulate even more resources, which makes the resource curve of upgrading and unlocking things feel satisfying. It controls well, it feels good to play, the sound effects are well designed, everything is punchy and crunchy from the start to the finish. The progression to me felt even. There's always something new to unlock or play around with, and trying everything out and running more missions that you've already beaten just with like the new things that you've gotten allows you to develop a bankroll. And I think that this game actually kind of wears its own identity with confidence. At this point, really all that the game needs to my eye is just lore, world building narratives, that kind of stuff added on into the game, because that's the only thing that's lacking for right now. If they keep adding weapon and loadout additions like they did with this major patch, I think that Mech Havoc is going to be one hell of a banger mech game. It's a game with a good head on its shoulders. It's clear that the developer's listening to feedback and kind of developing the game in a direction that mech fans want to see. It's simple enough to introduce new pilots to the genre while having just enough in it to play around with for veterans like me that play Mech Warrior with like 100 mods added on in. To play for hours as well. It's a destructive feast, and I'm happy I got to play around with it here today. No further comment. This is Mech Havoc. It's rad. I like it a lot, and I can't wait to see what 1.0 is going to look like someday. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, Mech Havoc. Tomorrow something else. Thanks for hanging out with me. That's all I got for you, folks.